Excellent stuff. Well done, everybody. This is the part of the process, part of the sales enablement process where the rubber really starts to hit the road. This is the part of the process where we get to understand your value proposition. Now, just to get started, I want to have a look at what your value proposition is. So my idea or the concept around your value proposition is your value proposition is a crystal clear narrative around how to support your customers and prospects to transform their businesses from an undesirable state to a far more desirable one. Now, let's put all of that into context. So the first part is it's a crystal clear narrative. So what you need to do, and that's why I need you to really wrestle with this concept, is I need you to build a deep understanding, not just a basic understanding where you just scratch the surface. You need to really dig and you need to explore and examine. And this is where your innovative, creative juices really need to start flowing. You need to start understanding from a really deep perspective. What is it that you do? In other words, in terms of adding value, in terms of standing out, being different from your competitors, what is it that you do? Once you have this deep understanding, what you're able to do is you're able to start to get an understanding of, okay, so this is what my products can physically do. In other words, this is the value. This is what my products do differently to what my competitors' products do. This is how they do it better, smarter, smoother. This is how they save my customers time. In other words, what you're doing is you are looking, your product, what does your product physically do to transform or change or support your customer to move from a place where things aren't working? Let me give an example. Let me use my product as an example. So we engage customers and we do sales enablement projects for them. Now, the operative word is before our customers start to work with us, they have sales teams which are unmotivated or demotivated. They possibly have sales teams that are not all achieving their sales targets. Now, that's the undesirable state. By engaging and utilizing our sales enablement tools, sales enablement training processes, we're able to support teams to move from that undesirable state, i.e. teams not achieving their sales targets, to one where they achieve their sales targets. Now think about your product, your service. What is it that you do that makes you stand out? What is it that you do that helps your customers transform themselves from a place that is undesirable to a more desirable state? Next, let's have a look. In other words, what I want you to think about is after purchasing your product or service, your customers are able to transform their businesses to a more desirable place because of the authentic value that both you and your organization offer. Now, here's the critical part here is I want you to think about the fact it's not just your organizational's value that matters. I've asked this question a number of times in a number of training sessions, and I've asked the question, as a percentage, how much of the reason why your customer buys is because of the brand, and how much of it is because of you? And I've had a number as high as 90% me, the sales professional, and 10% the brand, all the way down to 70% me and 30% the brand. So here's the interesting thing to remember. If you are such a crucial part of the process, what is it or how is it that you are going to communicate or connect, adding meaningful, real value to your customer, to their needs, values, and expectations? And finally, your customers and prospects will always default to price if you are unable to show them additional value in the form of meaningful, positive changes which they can expect when they do business with you and your organization. So while we're looking at your value proposition, what we're really saying is, what is it that makes you and your organization stand out? What is it that you and your organization can do for them that your competitors can't? Because if you just go in and you're just another supplier, why should they do business with you? So dig deep, really dig deep in this module and think, what is it that makes you and your organization outstanding?